So this was a religious problem, coupled with at the same time a political problem took place. What is the political problem? The political problem was that the governor of Bukhara, and the governor, in those days, the Muslim empire was divided into provinces, and the province itself becomes hereditary, mini kingdoms. So whoever is the governor, his son's going to be the next quote-unquote governor, and they have pretty much autonomous rule. It is as if they're mini kings, but they don't call themselves khalifas, right? And they give a tax to the khalifa, and the governance is basically up to this governing family. So the governor of Bukhara, so in all effects he's like a mini king. The governor of Bukhara is happy that Bukhari comes back. He sends a messenger to Bukhari's halaqah. And the messenger says, the governor is asking that you come to the palace and that you teach Sahih al-Bukhari to his sons. So Imam al-Bukhari responds back, I have a halaqah here, and the sons of the Amir can come and study with the rest of the people. The emissary comes back. The governor is saying his sons require a private halaqah, not a public. My sons are not going to come and mix with the people. They're princes, they're royalty. You have to go to the palace. Imam al-Bukhari said, go tell the Amir this knowledge is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anybody is able to take it, but I will not sell my knowledge to the highest bidder. Knowledge is open, anybody can come. And so back and forth, and the tone is getting more and more blunt, and Bukhari is refusing to compromise on this, that he's not going to give a private audience to the princes and leave the people. He's not going to do that, because he's not interested in the fame or the fortune. And the rumors began to spread that the governor was so incensed and angry that how dare Bukhari refuse my command and my money and my offers, and however much I offered him, he's saying no. How dare he refuse? Rumors began to spread that he would exile Bukhari, that if this is your attitude, then don't live in my province, go somewhere else. And this is at the same time happening with the religious controversy. And subhanAllah, it is the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that no matter how blessed a person is, there are trials that Allah blesses that person with, no matter how honorable. And it is through those trials that a man's status is raised. While these fitnas are happening, Bukhari feels isolated. Bukhari feels alone. But in our times, we don't even know the names of his opponents and the governors. I mean, of course we do with the books of history, but the masses, I'm saying, who knows? The name of al-Dhuhali is forgotten, except as the one who was an opponent of Bukhari. May Allah have mercy on him and us. And the name of the governor, the only thing he's known for was his harshness for Bukhari. Look, subhanAllah. Whereas at the time, it appeared that the honor and the izzah belonged to the other camp. Right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works in ways that are beyond our understanding. And so Bukhari, on the night of Eid al-Fitr in 256 Hijrah, memorize this date, the death date of Bukhari, 256. And the night of Eid al-Fitr, now can you imagine the night of Eid al-Fitr means what? The situation was so tense that the last day of Ramadan, he just broke his fast, and he must have been planning this for a number of months. He decided to now pack his bags and leave. And so on the night of Eid al-Fitr, he basically packed his bags and he's leaving Bukhara, and he makes a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he says, oh Allah, this earth, despite its vastness, has become tight for me. This earth, despite its vastness, it has become tight for me. So if you feel it better, then take my soul now, rather than living a difficult life and whatnot. And Bukhari himself knew, because it is in his Sahih, and we will study this in Kitab al-Da'awat, we will study this very hadith, and he knows this hadith because he compiled it, that the Prophet ﷺ said, none of you should wish for death because of a calamity that has befallen him. However, if he must do so, then let him say, oh Allah, allow me to live as long as life is good for me, and allow me to die when death is better for me. And this is the dua that Bukhari made. So he knows what he's making dua for. So the situation was so bad for him at this time that he basically made this dua, that oh Allah, if everything is now khalas, I mean, I'd rather go on a good note and you take me now, rather than live a difficult life, if if death is better for me. And he barely uttered those words, and he was with his family walking out of the city, and he died within the city of his birth. And to this day there is a big mausoleum, even though ironically he himself did not agree with mausoleums, but and because in Sahih Bukhari there is the chapter of graves and you're not supposed to build on graves. Nonetheless, later cultures have done this, and in our times there is a massive mausoleum on the grave of Imam al-Bukhari, and Imam al-Bukhari's grave is in the city of Bukhara, where he was born. So memorize the date 256 is Bukhari. طيب, the next section, his